and running?
I'm out of the position.
Copy that.
But you made nice profit, so nothing to.
Oh, I'm happy. I might go. I may have left the office and went back out front, got some coffee. And I'm looking up at the TV. I'm looking at my next trip I'm going to take.
Looking for your next trade, right?
You know. Oh, you
Next
know
trip.
what I'm doing? Oh, wow, look at this. Is this a red candle ignored? Oh my God, there's a high. Oh shoot, man, should I get back into this trade again? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me halt this thing. Let me halt it. Let me halt it. What do you guys think? Did I halt it? I did halt it. What do you guys think?
If you were to go in, you'd go in the light position. You would not go in heavy.
Yeah, it broke the high of the day. It broke the high of the day. So I mean, if I got in, I would get in and I might not put my stop at the bottom of that candle. Honestly, I put it right at the high, right around the high. No, the first high. Because that's where it broke the
Right
resistance.
You talking about this green candle right here, Lauren?
Yeah. So like you had the green candle, well, the red candle ignored, right? In between that. So I mean, following your rules, I'd put the stop at the bottom of that candle before I saw that wick.
At the bottom of this green candle right here.
Yeah,
Before you
yeah,
saw that wick.
That wick is real.
Yeah, before I saw that wick, but but I mean, I'm thinking about my eyes would be on that previous high, which is that first candle. That was the high of the day. You see what I mean? Yeah. So I'd be looking around there too, like seeing if it broke back through.
So you probably put your stop somewhere around there.
Yeah, I would be probably or a little bit underneath that, just because sometimes it come back and it likes to test the high before it goes up.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess what you're saying is
developing yet? Is that candle done developing yet, or are we still in mid
I
candle?
think we're still
in mid candle.
We're still mid candle. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to see what that candle is going to do.
Yep.
Okay.
What is your 8 and the 20 is still down there, or like the line's not going up with the candle, but it looks like I would stay in there because of that 8 and the 20.
Okay.
So went up.
Okay. Okay. And why?
Let's say it's a little bit wide.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's
a second,
definitely
Rich.
wide.
I want to ask Donna a question. Yeah, Donna, why would you stay in there?
Oh, it looked like you could probably turn it into a grind or something, or just kind of go ride the 8 up, depending on, you know, how much longer we got in this, but because it's still pointing up. And where is is that purple line, your 200 down there?
The 200 right here. This is
Yeah.
the 200.
I would still stay in there based on the 8 and the 20.
Do you think that maybe, just maybe that?
And we just had that red candle ignored?
Does that look a little wide?
Oh, I see what you did too, Mr. Tony. Oh,
It's pretty wide.
oh, I see what you did. Oh, symmetry. Oh, that's beautiful. You didn't show us that.
Do you think that maybe that's a little bit wide?
It's definitely
What
wide.
is it?
And is it wide, Donna, because it's wide for me to take a long entry here? Would you agree? Or to stay in that position? I would tell you this, I definitely am not going to take an entry trade here. I'm too far away. It's just too wide and I'm too far away from the 20 to take an entry trade. Okay, do you see why I'm saying that though, Don? I want to make sure you got this.
Yeah, because your 200 is all the way down there versus, you know.
And we go from narrow to wide,
back to narrow.
Right? Okay, so you see that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you just show us something called symmetry? Because
Yes. And I've shown you that before. And if you go on the course and look, it's in there. I did not use that particular word in particular, but I've shown you that when we have a situation like that, you want to be very conscious of that.
oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Well, I mean, we haven't played out. We don't know what's going. We don't know. I'm really liking this because we don't know what the next candle is going to produce right now.
Right, we
Yeah, I
don't
want to
know-
see what this candle does.
Okay,
You don't know
I'm
this candle's
kinda
gonna do
liking
yet.
this right now. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let me-
I've gotten more aggressive the more I've seen this stuff. So that's why I would do an entry, like a small entry there to see where it went. But go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna put the lines back up. Let's see.
It sounds like Lauren would do a scalp.
Yeah, I've gotten more aggressive the more I see this stuff.
Let's speed it up. I did. Okay. All right.
There you go. It would have hit my stop, but I would have been fine with that. But come on, what's it gonna do?
I'll tell you what, though,
What kind of green candle is that, John?
that's the weakest green candle.
That's
Yep.
the top and that's the top and tail, right?
Yes, so it'd be a nice time to buy a put or two.
Yeah, really.
I'd buy a put at that point in time.
Yeah, definitely with that tail up top.
Where
Yeah.
did you put your stop at, John?
Where would I put my stop at?
Yes,
Oh, about halfway up that tail.
halfway?
I'd have went all the way up.
I went all the way up to.
No, I'd go halfway up that tail. I wouldn't go all the way up.
Okay. I would have put mine because of the nature of this stock being as volatile as it is, I would have
Yeah.
put it at the top.
Mhm.
Just because I think you're right, but I don't want him to go up there and grab me and take me out and then, just go halfway up there, grab me, take me out, and then move back down.
Mhm.
Now, what I think is gonna happen here is that it's gonna trade sideways over to the 8. And I think it may have a chance to move up, but to me, in my opinion, it would have a better chance of moving up had this particular beginning here been narrower, if it had been tighter. It was kind of wide. If it had been, if it had been like this, oh, that's an arrow, I'm sorry. If it had been like, if the opening would have been, if the opening trap zone would have been like this, then I'd have felt a lot better about the move up. But because it was so wide, it just doesn't have that spring. It doesn't have that chance to explode out of that narrow position and move up, It was kind of wide. It was like you got caught. It's like if you were a runner and you got caught in that in-between step and you really didn't get that good push that you wanted to push off of. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'll be candid with you right now. On that long red candle, I would have bought again at the point of that wick, and I would have sold right there at that red candle. I would have been in and out of that put trade.
Okay, hold on a second, then let's talk about that real quick. Okay, talk to me now, John. Hey, I'm
I
gonna
would've
remove
been-
a few things. Let me remove a few things real quick, John.
Okay, so I would have entered when I saw that candle form into that green candle form that long wick.
This one right here,
No, the one right there. Yes,
this one here. Okay,
I would have bought a put right there.
okay. Okay, and you would have been out where?
I would have been out, and I would have been out at the. I'd have been out at the bottom of that red candle.
Why?
Why? Because I'm just scalping at that point.
I would have stayed in. That would have gave me more confirmation as going to the downside because it just broke that 8 and that was support.
I like the bearish engulfing candle.
Yeah. Like I would have rolled that down at least to the 20 and been moving my stop down because then the
Yeah,
20
move
is basically
stop.
the next level of resistance.
Definitely just move your stop on that big red candle.
Yep.
And see what happens,
Exactly.
Okay, let's turn it on. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's
Everybody
see.
okay? Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Okay, I'm out, and these gentlemen are in.
It's
Yeah,
still
I would have stayed in.
I'm in big.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so let's hitting that 8. And we'll skip through it.
Stop that
Yeah.
right there.
Let's see what happens.
I'm still in.
Yeah, I'm still in too because it hit that resistance. It got rejected again. See, it's going to go down to the 20. Tap. There we go. And then it's going to try to bounce up. If it breaks that, it's going to keep going. There we go.
Okay, let's have a quick, okay, so John,
Yes.
remember what I told you about the other day? How many candles?
3.
How many we got?
And coach, you said don't get out on the large candles.
We don't get out on big candles, right?
Yeah, that
I
red
got that
candle,
on my whiteboard. That's on my whiteboard.
and that red candle was a large candle.
We gotta give it a chance. You guys see
You called
that?
it right though,
This is
John, with
kinda
that with that top and tail.
You did call
Right.
it, but again, well, this is something, John, if you don't mind, can I just kind of, I know.
Help yourself.
Okay, we just talked about taking profits and taking profits a little bit too early.
Right.
Okay, and my suggestion to you was,
3 candles.
okay. Do you see why I say that?
Yes, sir. Perfect example.
Okay. And this is just a random stock. We just pulled this out of nowhere,
Right.
right? We just
And
pulled it, right?
But I trade AMD, so yeah, this is one. This is a perfect example.
Okay.
Which date was this, by the way?
What date is it? June 6th.
June.
This was
perfect.
June 6th, yeah.
This is kind of cool. I kind of like this. All right, here we go. Bam. And let's turn it back on. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Is it on the fast speed? Yeah, it is. Okay. What time is it too? We're getting, we're still a little bit away from 7:30. We're through our first 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm still rocking with it because
Okay.
it just, yep, it broke that 20.
Well, Lauren has it broken because this is
Right.
just the
Oh,
wick.
well, yeah.
We have
Well,
the
that
wick.
second candle, if it closes with that, well, I guess
Right.
no, it
Yeah.
was right on it. Yeah, you're right.
It closes. That's the.
Well, no, not even that, because this is the first candle past the 20. The other one was above it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you need 2, but I'm still in it.
Are you taking any profits?
Well, I'd have been out, but I'll tell you right now, I'd have been out. I'd have been
On
gone.
the-
Yeah, I'm
So-
taking profits.
Yeah, I would have took
here
some
for
profits,
sure.
definitely.
Okay, let me stop it real quick. Hold on. Let me stop real quick. Great question. Who asked that question?
I did, Princess.
Okay, so remember I told you we want to have at least 3 pushes, right? Before we start taking profits. We want to sell into the candle. We want to sell into the strength, right? Because while everybody else is shorting it right now, we want to go ahead and buy and start taking some money off the table, right? Because we're not trying to give back a lot of this money, right? I mean, we're doing okay. Here's the thing I want you guys to keep in mind. We're still in the early part of this session. I know I keep saying this, but there's a lot of things that have to go through your mind as you're trading in the morning. There's a lot of things you have to focus on if you want to do this thing right. I'm still in the most volatile part of this session. I don't really have a daily candle to depend on right now. I don't know if I'm in a trade or I'm in a scalp, so I'm treating everything as a scalp, okay? I got a 3 candle push, so I got profits to take. So I need to start taking profits moving into the strength. This candle right here is where I would have started taking profits right here, right at that 20. I would have started taking some profits in this candle right here. I'm not out. I definitely got a runner going or a couple runners going, but I would definitely start taking money right here. Does everybody see what I'm talking about? Is everybody okay with that? If there's
Percentage-wise,
Yeah.
percentage-wise, how much of your position would you have taken out at that point at the 20?
That was gonna be my
Half.
question right now.
half,
At
Half.
least half.
Yeah.
Would you even say up to 70%?
no, just because of the type of trader that I am. Now, you guys can do that. And that's a great question, John. You guys want to kind of establish how comfortable you feel with how aggressive you want to be with trades. If you feel like the first profit take that you are going to take is going to be 75%, you can do that. Myself, I'm going to take at least half off of it because I want to let a couple runners run and see whether or not this thing is going to go anywhere. I told you guys, a lot of times when you take off, like early on in my trading, like if I bought 500 shares, then I would sell 500 shares. I just wanted to get it. Oh man, here, I got $300. I want the $300, you know, instead of going, well, let me take $150 and let's see what happens with the rest of this thing. Because if it does continue on that trend and go, which I told you guys about 70% of the time it does, okay, that turns into quite a bit of money. But if I just take the $300 and I go, yeah, I'm up to $300, but in the event it does run, I missed out on a lot of money. So John, you could do 70, 75% if you feel comfortable in that space. Me personally, I go about 50%. If you guys want to go 70%, because you're building your account, depends on where your account is at. You got a large account, you can kind of, you can fudge a little bit. If you're trying to build your account, I don't have a problem with you taking 70, 75%. But you just don't want to take it all. You don't want to let, I know Stedman, when we first started, I was telling you guys about leaving those runners in, and you guys were like, oh, I was like, yeah.
I was snatching all the money. No runners. No runners. Wanted it all. And then you look back at the trade and it's still going. And now I'm having a remorse for selling. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you by that time, Mr. Tony, I took $300 and I look back at my training journal, I would have made 10,000. Man, that made me sick.
Oh my God. Hey,
Mr. Tony,
roses and letting weeds grow.
Mr. Tony, I think this would be a good time to sort of for us to do a quick recap, look back through this particular session, just so, because I know we naturally, try to stay away from the trap zone timeline. And we're looking at a very, very active flow right now, especially with AMD being very, very very volatile. So I think this would be a good time, before you run out of time and don't get a chance to kind of recap this particular session right now. I think it'd be really cool to sort of go back. A few things that you're mentioning right now is when you're taking your profits, when you're coming back in, and things like that. And if anyone has any questions as well, I think this would be a cool time to like really sort of look at your mindset through the entire process.
Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm going to clean all this off of here and then let's talk about it. Everybody good with that? I guess so, because I did it. I'm so sorry. I just already did it. Okay. Our trap zone that we drew out in the morning out to about 7:30, which is now about right there. And about right here. Oops. Okay. So, all right. Okay, so let's talk about it again real quick. We got a wide trap zone in the morning, which I don't like. I typically like it to be, like if we had been narrow like this and say like this, that would have been what? The picture of strength, right? That would have definitely been the picture of strength. And if we had came in somewhere like right here, right above the top of the trap zone, had it been a narrow trap zone like this, that would have been an immediate buy. Are we all in agreement with that?
Yes.
We're all cool with that, right? Okay. All right,
And the
we're all
trap
cool.
zones for tomorrow are going to be very wide.
Clean that out. Okay. But this is what we actually have. Okay. So look, it opened up, say like in our number 2.5 position. Okay. Traded up somewhere into the 3 position. Will we all agree there? Traded up into that 3 position away from the trap zone, top of the trap zone. So the thought process is it might go a little higher, but how much higher is it going to go? Right? Go back and watch the videos. How much higher is it going to go? We're already in position 3 right here. Okay, from the position of the trap zone, the top of the trap zone. Okay. So I get this one right here. We take this short because I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take the short and put my stop in right up here, okay? We take the short goes down, it trades right into the 8, okay? We were at that point, still above the top of the trap zone, and I'm out of that trade, right? So I'm out of that trade. Then we're going over and we're saying, okay, here's our strength, all right? We draw our lines, because we got 3 red candles, okay? He got 3 red candles. I'll try drawing from bottom to top. I'm gonna make it straighter this time. Okay, you draw lines. You draw lines. You draw lines. Kind of the fatty right there. The green candles traded right up here, 50% traded back down. Can you take that trade? You can. I did not take the trade. Okay. I didn't take the trade, but you could have. You definitely could have. I would have no problem with that. We got back down here to the 20. Okay. We got a red candle, we got a green candle. Okay, we had the 2 red candles, no follow through off those 2 red candles. We got a green candle at or near the 20. We got another red candle here at or near the 20. Then we got a 5,500% retracement, which is 100% retracement of the previous red candle at or near the 20 moving average. The 20 is the star of the show. Are we all in agreement with that?
So, Mr. Tony, what you're saying so far, this stock is behaving as it should behave.
It's behaving like I teach. Yeah. It's behaving as I teach, you know. I mean, you guys, I mean, it's on video, you guys go back and listen to it, right? At or near the moving average, primarily the 20. We can trade off the 8, but the 20 is the star of the show, okay? We came to, James Brown is the 20. Maceo is the 8. We don't come to see Maceo, we come to see James Brown, right?
Hardest working man in show business.
Okay. So we get the retracement, okay, at or near the 20 period moving average, the 100% retracement. We got a red candle ignored as well. Are we all okay right here?
Yes.
Okay. We take the trade, okay, we get another red candle ignored here. If anything, what I missed was I didn't put my ad in right there.
At the ignore, at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A breather.
So even though there's a lot of gyration going on, really everything is operating according to plan.
The way I've trained you guys how to trade, would you guys agree? I mean, do you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right there, everything that we've trained on, this is what we've trained on.
Yes.
Okay.
You're helping us see the forest and the trees.
We
Yes.
pulled a random stock out of the sky. We said, throw it in there, turn it on. Let's see what happens here. It trades. Okay. We get 1, 2, we get 3 candles. Okay. And it tops out somewhere in this range, right? Where that top was there, went a little further, but basically a continuation right there, right? Kind of got up into there, got that topping tail, right? Okay. And then we looked at the fact that,
Question about that, Mr. Tony.
go right ahead.
If the 200 was actually in the upward direction, would you have made that same assumption that that open at that third position, that you would have still kept that line all the way through, expecting it to get pushed out back the other direction?
The 20,
Oh.
you said the 200?
Right. If the 200 was going up for some odd reason and it wasn't going in the flat direction that it is right now, would you have made any different thought process in that?
No.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Kind of wide now. It looks wider there. I think it's just because I don't know, the computer, whatever, is doing whatever it does. But we got wide here from the 20, and we got wide here from the 200. So I'm not trying to put in any entries to the upside at this level. Do you guys see why? You guys see why?
Yeah,
Why
because
I'm
of the space.
I'm not trying to buy up in here. I'm not trying to go long up in here.
Because of the space, the distance, especially with that topping tail, because you didn't draw the arrow up to the topping tail.
Yeah,
It's really
I
evident.
I could have drawn it up there and that would have been more representative.
Right.
Yeah,
Which you did the first time.
which I did the first time, which I'll do for you again right here, just to make it a little more. Okay.
And then you've already taken your profits out from like that last green candle right there. that was
remember
when yeah.
Yes, I said, hey, I'm selling into this because I had seen this earlier, remember? And I'm thinking, okay, we're already in stage 3 here. How much higher can it really go when it opens up in that stage 3? Because remember, let's go back and talk about it. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't give me the dotted lines. Like, okay, so remember, really, this, crap. If you think about this gap right here, isn't that gap right there really this?
Mhm.
Isn't it really that?
That's a huge candle.
That's really what it is. How much higher is it gonna go?
Gotcha.
Well, would you have to look at the overall market to see what the overall market's doing, like NASDAQ and the Dow and all that?
Not yet. I'm still in the first hour.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you would
working
look,
my chart.
Still in the trap house.
Yeah,
You would-
I'm just working the chart. I can't.
you wouldn't look at the strength of the Dow, the NASDAQ, or
Not yet.
okay, you wouldn't factor that in. Okay,
I'm not looking at that. I'm working purely on my chart right now.
okay,
And just maybe in another, 5 or 10 minutes, I'm gonna start going up here and pull. Oh, this is not my. I keep thinking I'm on my Sterling, but where's the?
usually it's on the left-hand side as far as where the
time for the day.
there's usually charting and all that as far as where the.
Speak to a minute over by the wheel.
Help me out, Colleen.
Yeah, do you see on the, it's on the right hand side, and then it's, yep, and then if you,
Where is it?
keep
right here.
yep, there you go.
Okay, so I would be, after we hit 7:30 here, now I'm starting to look at my daily candle. Do you guys trade on this platform? Is this what you guys use, pretty much?
Yes, this is what I use.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I use Lightspeed.
It's one of the platforms I use.
Okay,
That and Fidelity.
okay, all right. So you guys see this? That's that's a big move. How much higher? We're in that 3rd position. That's why, a lot of times people say, oh, well, don't trade in the morning. If you trade in the morning, that's when, and I do agree, if you don't know what you're doing, don't trade in the morning. Please don't do it, because you're gonna get clapped, right? That's, you guys say clap. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt in the morning because you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're looking at, this is all just gobbledygook. All this stuff means nothing. It's just, how in the world could you interpret what you think is going to more than likely occur? Because we don't know, but what is more than likely to happen? How would you know? You wouldn't know. You'd have no clue.
Yeah, but since you walked us through it, and thank you, Patrick, for suggesting that, this makes perfect sense.
It's everything that I taught, and we just pulled a random stock up. This is everything that we taught, that I teach. This is it.
I think another key thing in the morning too that I've learned is that make sure you trade with the appropriate position size, because those long candles will scare you out.
Correct. Great. Listen.
Amen to that.
Listen, don't buy, if you guys are buying options in the morning, don't buy 100 contracts. Buy 2, buy 5, okay? Don't buy 100. Okay, or short 100, Start with, get 2, get 5. Don't go with 100, okay? Don't do it. It's just too volatile in the morning. Even though you do know the rules, you see how fast these candles are moving, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you need to be quick on the trigger. You got your high keys going, you're ready to go, sell out, sell out your entire, close out the entire position, level out the whole thing, whatever you guys, however you have your key set, make sure that you guys are fast on the trigger in the morning, because it's the most volatile time, but it can be the most profitable time. And I know a lot of traders back in the day, they'd be done in the first hour. Take off and leave, grab their briefcase and leave. They'd be done. They wouldn't even trade the rest of the session because they knew this. Yeah. They'd be done. I mean, that first move, what I called a buck, a buck on, a buck on, 3,000 shares, it's $3,000.
Yeah, that trap zone has made my day plenty of times. That's the one.
$3,000 in the first half an hour of the session. I'm cool. I'm not trying to be greedy, man. Cool. I'm pretty happy. And you're off. You're done with the rest of your day. But it did trade out. I hope. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna clean this off again. Let me do this because let's take these arrows out. Because Pat, we're not done talking about the trade. Okay. So, okay, on these red candles, remember we drew the strength, right? We drew the strength, we drew our lines out, see what happens. It got up here to the 50% mark, traded back down to the 8, okay? We got a green candle, no continuation after those 2 red candles, no continuation at the 20 period moving average. Then we got the red candle, okay? So now we got pretty much, a halt, okay? But let's wait and see. We're not sure yet. Then we get a 55 or 100% retracement of the previous red candle at or near the 20 period moving average. It's what we teach. It's what we've learned. So this is our trade. This is our entry right here. That's, there it is right there. That's too fat, but there it is. And there's your entry right there. And there's your stop right there. Are we all kind of in agreement here? All right. I missed my I missed my ad right here. So shame on Mr. Tony for missing his ad right there. I
think I even mentioned that ad too.
Yeah. And you know what? And I tell you guys all the time, you gotta add. And I missed my ad right there. I don't know, maybe I'm a little excited tonight. I'm mad though, Patrick. Look how fast the time is flying. I thought we could do about 3 or 4 of these, but there's a lot going on, guys. I hopefully you guys are getting some stuff from this. You're kind of seeing what I'm seeing when I'm trading, and I'm glad you guys are involved.
This was great.
Yeah, this is really, really beneficial. And I appreciate you just like going through all this. I'm sure the rest of the class does, but I don't want to speak for them.
Yep.
Yes, this is really good, Mr. Tony.
Mhm.
I don't
Great
trade
job.
trap zone often and I'm able to, but it's really good. Thank you.
Fantastic. I'm liking it. I'm really excited. I was getting a little bit bored, but now I'm kind of excited now. I want to do a bunch of these. Actually, I thought we could do like 3 or 4. It's already a quarter to 7, Pat. Are you good? Because I know we said, oh, we got a couple of hours. Man, we just went to an hour and 45.
That went by real quick. but Mr. Tony,
we're the
Mr.
first
Tony,
hour of trading still.
This is the good part. The good part, and especially with our conversation is this is something that it's not just today we're going to be going over this. It's the goal is, over the next 3-4 sessions, we're going to be doing this. Being able to check in on, again, call random stock up and then pull up different timeline and just play with it. So it's gonna be cool for us to keep kind of dialing this in and running through the mindsets of it as well.
I agree. Can we let this trade out? I want to see where this kind of goes. Now I'm interested
Yeah.
to see.
No, I was saying the same thing.
Okay,
Yeah, I
let's
want to see it roll. Yeah,
Okay,
those top and tails at the high of the day are my favorites to leave runners in because those things can just keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to see where it goes.
Let's see where this thing goes real quick here. I know Patrick got to eat dinner, but let's
Say, Lauren, what did you say? The top and tails do what?
Oh, I love those top and tails at the high of the day. Those things can be like real money makers because after it hits the high of the day, a lot of the times if the market keeps going down, it never reaches that high again. Right. So you can just let it ride and it'll get on one of those moving averages like the 8 or the 20, and you can just ride that thing down.